This time of year, all the fun squash starts showing up in the grocery stores. Winter squash, and one of my favorites is spaghetti squash. Spaghetti squash is just a real kind of a mild flavored squash. It's a winter squash, and usually it's a pale yellow color. They can be anywhere from like 3 pounds, 2 or 3 pounds, up to 8 pounds. I like the small ones because I'm never cooking for a huge crowd. And so today I'm making some soup with my spaghetti squash. And I put it in the oven already. It was at a 375-degree oven for about an hour. And if your squash is larger, then you'll need probably a longer time in the oven. But you can see I didn't do a thing to this. I didn't prick it with a fork. I didn't do anything. I just rinsed it, put it on some foil on a baking dish, and put it in the 375-degree oven. And now you can see when I press on it, it's a little bit soft. And when I poke a knife into it, the knife easily goes in, and I can tell that that squash inside is nice and tender and it's baked through. But since I just took it out, I'm going to let it sit about 10 or 20 minutes until it's easier to handle. But I did one ahead of time so I can show you the inside. The reason it's called spaghetti squash is because when you open it up and it's been cooked, it just turns into these fluffy strands that are similar to spaghetti. And actually, you can use this to replace spaghetti. Today I'm going to put this cooked spaghetti squash into a real easy soup. I've already sauteed some onions and peppers and garlic. I'm going to pour in some vegetable broth, let it simmer a little bit with some black beans, a can of chopped green chilies, and I've pureed 3 fresh tomatoes from my garden. Didn't even peel them, pureed them up. I'll cook that, and at the very end I'll add the spaghetti squash to heat it up a little bit, and when I serve it, I'll put lots of chopped cilantro over the top. It's so satisfying and so delicious, so be sure to pick up a spaghetti squash. They're so much fun to cook, and they're delicious to eat. I'm Sue Doden, and I'm all about food.